Yeah.
Manchild Outdoors are here with Michael Waddell. Michael, how you doing? It's so
Doing
great,
great, man. Love the name Manchild, man. That's the name of this shirt right here.
No way.
This is my wife designed this. She makes toddler clothes.
Okay.
And she made this, and I said, man, every man's going to wear that same shirt that the children are wearing, so we call this the man-child.
Okay.
And I consider myself a man-child too. I ain't never grew up.
Hey, yeah. Well, you know, it's right now it's like man-child. This is like I'm the man-child, but I got 2 boys, so when they get bigger, it'd be like hyphenated. It's go man to child, and we'll pass on the tradition.
That's good too.
You know, I kind of thought about that.
It's kind of cool. Double meaning.
Yeah, I kind of like it's gonna evolve.
There you go.
Speak. So here we are at the ATA, and you're here with the Havalon.
Yes.
So tell me, why do I need a Havalon knife? What's so great about it?
Well, man, there's so many reasons. I could go on forever. I don't even know how much you got left on recording here, but to start with, you know, everybody needs a good knife, and especially if you hunt or just work around the farm. And obviously I do both. But starting with the company, man, the people behind Havalon are some of the finest people. I probably look forward to coming to the ATA specifically to go to dinner with the Havalon team, because they're just fun, down to earth, true patriots, just good folks. But then second of all, you're not going to find, obviously, a knife that's any sharper. I mean, Havalon, their technology goes right into the surgical field. As a matter of fact, probably the only negative to Havalon was the fact their knives are so sharp that T-Bone always said, man, they'll cut you before God gets to use, man. They're really sharp. Yeah. However, what they've also done, too, is finally make what they call a Havalon Ready. So it's a pocket knife. So even though it's very sharp, you can actually dumb the knife down a little bit, and it makes a good utility knife. Just keep it in your pocket, like for an everyday. You can still change out the blade. So there's so many things, especially, for the hunters that's used them. There's nothing better. When you're out there, you don't have to sharpen them. You just change the blade, obviously surgically sharp. And so,
which is great for someone like me.
Yeah.
I get it kind of sharp, but not as sharp.
Yeah. Well, the thing about it is, sharpening knives, that really is a kind of an art and a craft. And if you didn't grow up, being taught, you can jank up a lot. And some of the knives that are out there that are really good, the steel in those knives are so hard, they are hard to sharpen. So they're great until they get dull, and if you don't know how to sharpen them. But even though I still know how to sharpen a knife, to be honest, it's just nice to be out there on a cold weather elk hunt, kill an elk. Yeah. You can start skinning them out, and then when you start caping that animal out or deboning them, you can just change a blade. And they got everything from fillet, any type, whatever specialty you like, as far as the size of a knife, they got it.
Right. I noticed they have the whole kit with all the different blades, and you just switch it out.
Exactly,
you get the same handle and just go.
Yeah, and they make a great, like a multi-tool. They make a great multi-tool. A lot of people don't realize that Havalon makes one of the best multi-tools out there. So same thing, you got the same technology, you can change out the multi-tool.
I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, it is.
Well, I appreciate your time here at the ATA. There's a lot of folks standing here waiting on you, so I won't keep it too much of your time.
No problem, man. Appreciate it.
Like I said, so let me ask you a question. I'm going to ask you because you are like a Georgia boy, and everyone knows you're a Georgia boy. So if I spent like my first 15 years growing up in Massachusetts, right? Yeah. And then I lived from 15 to 30 years old in Georgia. Yeah. And then I moved back to New York. Still a Yankee, ain't I? Kind of a country boy a little bit.
You
pretty redneck.
Now, here's questions I'd have to ask back in return.
Okay.
All right, you've lived in Georgia. This is a true Southern test.
Okay.
All right. Do you now love fried chicken at a higher level?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
What about collard greens?
I'm on the fence about collard greens.
Okay, that's okra, a strike against you. What about, here's the ultimate. Okay, fried okra, yeah. What about cheese grits? You hesitated too long. You're still a Yankee.
Shrimp grits are my favorite. I had to change
Oh, really? Did you really?
Shrimp
you
grits.
did grits?
They sell that in New York. But at really fancy restaurants. Like down south, you get it anywhere, grits anywhere. There you go. Really fancy restaurants in New York, you'll get the shrimp grits.
All right, and last question that should make you nervous. Okay. All right. Yeah. Do you cook cornbread in a black skillet or a regular skillet?
Oh, it's got to be on cast iron.
All right.
You got to be on cast iron.
You getting a little southern blood in.
I bring the Blackstone inside.
Yeah.
She's like, what the hell are you doing in the house with that? Like, get that out of here, because she's in New York, man.
Right.
I'm like, baby, I gotta have the cast iron.
That's exactly right. Yeah. You do. You got to make that southern cornbread. You got to make it in a cast iron skillet, son. Yeah. Get that crust on the bottom.
It's good. Boy, and I just got some stone ground stuff sent up to me too. Yeah. As like a package from a friend. Yeah. And I was like, ooh, yeah, I gotta get that, going. And my wife's looking at me like, what's that?
That's right.
Yeah. She doesn't appreciate it.
It is amazing, man. There's good groceries everywhere you go, but the South is defined by good food.
My biggest thing is New York. You can't find sausage gravy biscuits worth flip anywhere.
No, you're right.
Nowhere. Like McDonald's has them down.
But on the flip side of it, New York, we have pizza, but There's something about a New York pizza.
The cheap pizza.
I mean, even a hot dog, even a simple hot dog to me in New York is better.
But I mean, cheap pizza in New York, like dollar slice pizza off the side of the road in the cheesiest, like nastiest little places, it's the best.
It's the bomb.
Yeah.
And even chicken wings. Like we fry a lot of chicken, but you still got to go up north and get a chicken wing. A good one.
It's been a pleasure
You
talking
too, brother. You too.
I could talk to you forever.
All right, man.
I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Y'all too.
Good deal. You got to see down here some pictures of people.
Oh, nice.